Hello, welcome to week 4 of trying to build an income. Again, I break this into 4 parts. What is going on? What's on my mind? What am I doing? And reflections. Let's get into it. So for what is going on, I'm still looking into a solar job. I'm still analyzing deals. I think last time I talked about looking into rental properties. Now I need to take action. That's a lot of what this week is about. It is not just motion, figuring things out, but actually acting on what I'm going to say, looking into real estate deals through things like simple apps like Zillow. You can just run the numbers. Even though I'm not going to buy a property anytime close, it's always helpful to get into this mindset of what am I looking for specifically in a property. So when I do buy, I do know what's up for that. Another thing that is going on is me and my girlfriend broke up. So there were some personal things happening as well. And lastly, there's lots of work. There's a lot of work that's been happening this week. So it's been kind of hard for me to progress in my financial journey. For the second thing, what's on my mind? I'm still looking at real estate as my class for an asset. I haven't been reading as much about my book for rental property investing because I've been looking into habits and just really trying to hammer down on getting more time figuring out what I'm doing throughout the day and then going to look into real estate. And again, what's on my mind is going to be planning action instead of just doing things that are like motion. This concept is talked a lot in Atomic Habits, and I highly recommend that book. But basically, there are two different things. One of them is going to be where you're doing things to feel productive, and one of them is doing things to almost fail, basically. So you could be looking into different things, whereas talking to other physical people is something that is where I'm trying to get to. So what does that look like in my life? I am going to be, again, using Atomic Habits to create a little schedule on this sheet. So this is really tiny stuff. I'm going to read 10 pages of Atomic Habits. When I'm done with that, I'm going to move here, which is going to be analyze deals, probably 4 to 5 each week. After that, I need to do some sales call. I heard back from a person in sales, so hopefully I can connect with them and figure out what I'm going to do this summer. Networking, that's the same thing as meeting other people. Just trying to branch out. 3, what am I doing? Really, I've been not very productive in this. What I've done is basically reading, working, and dealing with my life. There's a lot of homework. I got a breakup. I had to sort things out. I hope that I can get back to you guys and try to go further in this journey. But this week was kind of a more chill week. Hopefully I can go over how I analyze deals. I'll try to do that in a video or something that shows that I'm actually doing work. On to the next thing, 4. Reflections. So I need to talk a lot more to solar companies because I need to find a job. So that's one of the things that's really been pressing my mind. And there's a lot of skills in solar things. It's not just for capital building. I need some skills like sales, meeting other people, rejection. There's a lot, but I do want to go into a solar's job and I need to go start looking for one. Another reflection is I want to use more of what I learned about productivity. So again, some Atomic Habit stuff, but let's take it to the drawing board for reflections. There's a drawing board for reflections again. This is the same stuff. This is what I did last time. There was a ton of cues, cravings, responses, and rewards that I put for short working, but this is only 25 minutes. And the math for this productivity looks as such. So I spent 25 minutes working and then 35, so this is a 10-minute break. This is 10 more minutes. This fraction, I'd have to look at it, but this is not a good work ratio. For rounding, we could do 20 minutes of work for 30 minutes of play. So this is 2/3 productivity. So normally, being this productive is fine on weekends, things like that, things that I just want to get starting, but it's not great. That's why I created this new heavy work schedule. This is another Atomic Habit that's going to help me, but basically it's all the same stuff, except I force myself really to work for 50-ish minutes, force myself to work for 50 minutes and then take the same break. This is what mimics like a school period. So this is always really efficient for me. And you can always do this to knock out a lot of work. This is going to be 5/6, way more productive than 2/3. So yeah, doing like some basic, trying to be more productive, that's been on the drawing board. Again, I like to keep myself organized. That's why I have this entire mess going on. It's to help like keep my thoughts in. So basically I want to become better and get real estate. And I think throughout time this gets confusing, but I'm trying to become. So I spent a lot of the first weeks learning. This was all through things like that, what I'm gonna do, what's my college like, what do I really want, and what's feasible from these books. Now, I'm pivoting away from this. This is no more. I mean, I still am learning, but this isn't as great as doing. I think I'll post a video sometime midweek if I can about what I'm actively doing to become better, and get to my end goal. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do have fun trying to become not just a better version of me, but trying to learn how to get into doing all these finance stuff and trying to be financially free. I know that is a common goal for a lot of people, but it would mean a lot to me. It would mean that I did it for myself. So I appreciate everyone on this journey with me.